It's an expression. I don't mean your PC is wood, you know. It means your PC is noob and slow.
You know, a PC that's actually can run Dota is made out of wood is probably a really nice PC because it's a custom built, you know. So I take that as a compliment.
Okay.
All right.
But that's not what we say here in C.
Turn to ban. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to ban.
All praise Lord Icefrog for building a flawless reconnect function. Thank you guys for joining us here. It's MDL Macau. We're just getting started our second round here of group stage games on day one. I'm LD. I'm joined here by the one and only Winter, Mr. Chan Lip Bin, and we are about to cast EHOME, the late addition to the tournament, facing the mighty OG.
The forceful edition, bro.
Yes, the unwelcome edition, perhaps. They stole our thunder. Now MDL's got the 9-team format. We were going to be pioneers in that way, but we'll see how it shakes out. It is all BO1s, Winter. I don't know how you feel about that. I wonder how the teams feel about it. Generally, they prefer their BO3s,
Hey.
double limb.
Bro, look at who's drafting for eHome. The kid is drafting. How?
What do you expect out of this? Like, what does this say to you?
The orange player should be drafting. I don't know.
Maybe he just wants to focus on his gameplay.
You know, he stand in for Secret and Secret won the major, so it's time for him to draft. And that looks like a Secret opening. Dude, look at that! Look at that shit! Rubik Razor!
10 seconds remaining.
He's learned.
Radiant team ban.
Oh,
At the Dream League tournament.
Bane, Elder Titan. I mean, Rubik is pretty good against Bane because you can always get the grip. And anything else you steal is also particularly useful for him. It's very good synergy with Razor in the lane. You drain the damage and you lift him backwards, but what OG has right now is also really good in the lane. Bane plus Elder Titan. Lane dominators. Good teamfight hero as well.
10 seconds remaining.
So what do you expect from here? OG, you know, we've kind of seen teams shifting away from the illusion heroes. They're certainly perhaps the team known most for their love of those.
Look at what happened to the illusions in the last game.
Yeah, you know, you know what the problem was, Winter? They didn't pick enough illusion heroes. They only had Naga CK. They needed more.
And they didn't have Mantas, right? So
yeah, I mean, how are you supposed to rat with that?
okay, so they banned out the Morphling and the PL. Wow.
They still ban it, and they banned the Shadow Demon earlier.
I mean, PL is pretty annoying for Rubik and Razor because they are not the best wave clearing heroes. And they are probably gonna pick more single target heroes, maybe. That's why they ban out PL, I'm not sure. OG on the other hand, they ban out the Tide because they are Tide and Omni. They are the team that wants to, I think, do more team fights with the Elder Titan, so they are removing all those heroes out of the equation. And EHOME goes for even more like heroes that are good in small skirmishes, small team fight. Clockwork is very good against Bane and ET, because those two heroes can't really do much against Clockwork when
10 seconds remaining.
There and you know, just difficult to get off like a good Fiend's Grip or Stomp with all the disable and area control he has.
Radiant team pick.
So both teams with a decent vision hero. You've got the Astral Spirit, the Rocket, and now OG, they'll go back for the Puck. So they get their team fight solution, but still not really showing their main damage dealers yet.
Maybe, I mean, in the past they picked Void with Elder Titan, but I don't know if they're gonna do it now. Void is not much of a hot commodity in the drafting phase anymore. Sometimes you see it, but very rarely. EHOME, so they're gonna definitely, they're definitely gonna need some good luck, like good catch for a puck, because right now their heroes are not very good at killing a puck. So like the lift, if you can actually lift him, if you can lift him.
I muted my microphone for that, by the way, so you were my only audience there.
Wow, thanks.
It was a secret message.
So privileged for me to hear that.
So fourth pick now for EHOME. What's it gonna be? Looking for their safe laner, looking for. Well, what do you expect out of the clockwork here, like laning wise? Where do you see him going?
Depends. I think they can actually even do like Rubik, Razor, Clockwork, aggro, if they feel that the enemy picked a weak lane. Oh, okay, it's a secret draft right here. Underlord is very good against. I was also thinking about Underlord because I think he's one of the better heroes to catch puck. Because you know when all the puck plays, they do their annoying wave cutting. They go in front of your face, they silence and wave out, and then they face shift and wait for the orb to travel. Against Underlord, you can't do that. Because when you jump in, you can preemptively cast the pit, and then you can't phase shift because you get rooted. I mean, you can still jaunt to the orb, but you can't phase shift, so it gives your team time to catch you.
No, very strong like group up and fight line up here from EHOME with the Underlord pick.
Yeah,
but OG are pretty good against group up strats with the Elder Titan. So it'd be interesting to see how these two clash.
Yeah, but their heroes are at the moment very annoying for the Bane and the Elder Titan. The Underlord, because the Underlord can like pit you, and you can even pit the puck. It's like very annoying for their heroes to play against the Underlord. So OG right now, I mean, you kind of feel like you don't want to. If you pick a physical hero that's an Underlord and Razor, you feel like, do I really want to do it? But then you have to pick a carry, and most carries are annoyed by Underlord and Razor. Most of the carries. You probably have to pick something that's some magic, like some Juggernaut for the lane. But Juggernaut doesn't do so well against Razor. That's another thing. So it's quite difficult to pick a good hero here.
Well, they go for the Lady Dusa.
So though, because Underlord is pretty good against Dusa also. Because you can get the Crimson Guard and he blocks the, your Split Shot actually does very little damage. Atrophy, Aura, and Crimson Guard.
10 seconds remaining.
So
yeah, OG clearly wanting to have that big late game presence, but can they get there with how aggressive EHOME likely want to be with this lineup?
Not easy though, I would say. They have a very strong pushing line. Like Razor and Underlord both push really quickly because you get a lot of damage. If you win a team fight, you get a lot of damage from Atrophy Aura. And Razor, if you want to push fast, you can get the Agarims. So it's pretty good sieging lineup, I would say, for EHOME. OG right now, they need like a hero that can stall the game. Puck is a good staller. They probably need another staller. Well, the question is, where is the Medusa going as well? Because Medusa, you don't want to go. Like, let's say you put the Medusa mid, you don't want the Medusa to go up against the Razor. That's an annoying matchup for you.
So Puck mid, Medusa safe lane.
I'm not sure though. Yeah, they might do Puck off lane and then Medusa carry and someone else mid.
That could be a bit of a curveball. But do you really want Dusa in a side lane?
Not really. If you can, you want him mid. But then that's the problem with the Razor. You're gonna have a hard time.
How about Mr. CTY Winter now that he's in the drafting seat?
I think he's still one of the best laners in the if he's put in a favorable 1v1 matchup. Medusa's gonna need the Bane to help her if she is indeed mid against the Razor.
OG's turn to Radiant team pick.
The last pick coming out from OG. And it's the Drow. Well, you were concerned about the lanes, but perhaps this will even things out nicely.
Well, Underlord is pretty good against this kind of heroes though. I'm not even remotely worried when I look at EHOME's heroes against the Drow. They just need to make sure that the lane doesn't go too bad, which they have pretty good laning heroes. I think what's going to happen is like maybe they're not going to go aggro try.
Anti-mage.
Okay.
I was just thinking the CTY anti-mage first Dusa. We just saw it in the last game.
This is they're gonna have a good lanes. All of their lanes are gonna be good because right now AM is really good against Puck because it's gonna be a Puck off lane, and like I said, Razor is going against Medusa. That's an awful matchup for Medusa. She needs the Bane to help her, and at the same time when that happens, the Clockwork can actually help the Underlord. Like you just pretty much need to power chord the creep, so the wave meets nearer to the Underlord's tower, and then Underlord's gonna have a very good lane in the bottom. And it's AM against Puck, so the Rubik is not tied to top, you know. He's able to like, because they need to protect the, like, whatever happens, the Puck is on a lonely island. The supports have to help the Drow and the Medusa, so AM can solo the Puck. After the Rubik helps, like maybe a little bit zoning, then the Rubik can be free to help the Underlord or help the Razor. So I think EHOME is gonna win bare minimum 2 of their 3 lanes, and you're up against a Drow lineup. Winning your lanes against a Drow lineup means GG for the Drow Ranger.
So it's going to be a quick game, is what you're saying.
I'm thinking how can they switch their lanes though. If they do this lane setup, it's going to be bad for them. But I'm not sure how can they even swap their lanes though, because it's a Drow. You don't really want to go aggro with the Drow. I don't know. I don't think they can actually put any other lanes. I think it's going to be like a off-lane Puck.
Standard, like off-lane Puck, do some mid, draw safe
and
lane.
that's going to be met by Razor mid, off-lane Underlord, and a safe lane AM, which are all really good lanes for their cause for EHOME. As long as nothing too spectacular happens in the early game, like they don't screw up real bad, they're going to have really good lanes.
EHOME will go for the early smoke here as they trot out.
They smoked out really early though. Like it was just
With the anti-mage, and it was like from the base almost.
I think
like
they want
inside
to
the
try
base.
to scout the lanes because right now they know they have the default laning advantage. So they just need to make sure that OG doesn't run anything that surprises them, you know, because the default lanes are going to be favorable for EHOME. So they just want to scout things out. And get,
Well, they just saw S4. They probably know there's a ward in the area.
This ward right now by EHOME, this is a big tell. Because you don't place this ward unless you want to scout the lanes. So they are very concerned about what kind of lane matchup they get. They understand that if they get this default Puck off lane, mid Medusa, Drow Ranger carry matchup, like the lane setup, it's really good for them. They just need to know that if it's happening.
So they've gotten their dream matchup, so just help the anti-mage early, and then you can pretty freely rotate and to support the other lanes.
They even...
But no,
wait,
they're thinking about a switcheroo here. What is this? The anti-mage mid?
No, they're gonna go they're gonna go aggressive with AM against the Drow lane. And they wanna leave because Underlord does very well against Puck in the lane. 1v1. If it's a 1vs1 matchup, it's really good for him. So I think that's probably the idea here. And
I was hoping for the Mushi Classic, you know, the AM mid, but not versus this lineup, I suppose.
Not against Medusa though, I think.
Yeah, and she's gonna get help. So.
Oh, okay, 3 heroes mid, because this matchup is so awful for Dusa. You need 3 heroes.
That's how you counter Razor. And he doesn't care. He's going in anyway.
Hello, bro.
Gets stomped, but I'll just keep unleashing damage.
Oh,
maybe a little too far up.
He gets a big tango now. He ate the ward. Good regen for him. And top lane, the aggro lane. Let's see, how is this aggro lane doing in Drow? Drow has a Bane. Yeah, because like I said, they need to help. No matter what happens, right? They need someone to be in mid with the Dusa, because Dusa can't solo Razor. And EHOME are just abusing the fact that there can only be 2 heroes here. So they went aggro even with AM.
Well, the AM might be a little sad here early on with the Enfeeble being picked up.
Yeah, but whatever.
Trying to slow him down.
They're winning the other 2 lanes. They're gonna win as long as the top lane doesn't lose. Like, they don't even need to win the top lane, you know, LD. They just need to make sure it's like maybe a 40-60 lane or even a 50-50 lane. And then they're winning the other 2 lanes. Then it's worth, you know.
And there's definitely kill potential here if they ever manage to get that lift
level
back
2.
into a cogs.
They need level 2. Whoever gets level 2 first will be in a very prime position to destroy the lane. And look at Rezo mid lane, he's getting abused now because the ET has decided he needs to be at top.
Yeah, old Chicken just constantly getting those big static links, it seems like nearly on cooldown. So early lane's not looking great for OG, as you mentioned. Is there an adjustment they can make? Anything they can do to even things out?
No, not right now. They have to just play this and get levels, and you want to get like typical Drow lineup. You get level 6 on Drow, then you want to push towers. That's their plan. And if anyone is going to make a rotation, S4 is going to... Oh, they're actually moving it back.
It is CTY. He wants his creeps. He's not happy with how it's going top. Although he is 7-1, but
I actually
they look
think
for
that
the switch up.
it's okay though, even if he's not getting farm, to be honest. Because they're winning the other 2 lanes, but whatever. Underlord going top now is still a good lane for him, because he already has the levels. He's 3.5. He should be able to deal with this lane.
OG gonna see him moving into position. Now it's forced to be a little more careful. It's gonna lob the orb out, get back to safety, but
Yep.
that anti-mage definitely hurts when you're a squishy int hero.
Yeah, like I said,
And
this lane is a good matchup for AM. AM against Puck.
Are
But
they
like,
going? No, he's never mind. He's fine.
Oh. Oh, that was close. They almost get the lift on the Puck after his jaunt. That would have been first blood. But mid lane, the rotation has been forced. Old Chicken being really aggressive, forcing the double TPs from both the supports.
Courier just watching this happen, but not going to help him a whole lot. Still on pursuit for Old Chicken.
Dude.
Drex is going to go for the kill here. Looks for the stomp, does connect, but is the follow-up there? Good lift by Y, trying to interrupt the chain, and now looking for the turnaround. The Courier flying back to safety. OG could be in danger with the battery assault coming through. The cogs are available, but the creeps are saving Fly's life and ensuring that he won't be caught alone with the battery assault. So the Razor makes the long walk of shame and probably all the way back home at this point, I imagine.
Yeah, but because of that, look at the Underlord. He's up in no-tail space. He's like, oh, your supports are gone. Great.
Still CSing like okay so far, I guess, getting his levels. But definitely under pressure, No-Tail is, and only the one salve left is he walks right into a big auto attack. Cannot be taking those.
You don't fight the Underlord.
100 damage of Swain Winter.
That sounds normal, isn't it?
Seems good. It's like
Yeah,
more than the
4
Razor
minutes.
with a full static link almost.
4 minutes into the game, 100 damage, no problem. I mean, Elder Titan can also have that kind of damage, you know, with the spirit. But
Yeah, there's
right
some big punchers this game, right? You've got the ET, the Underlord.
Yeah, right
the
now
Drow,
the AM's lane has been more or less secured. He's farming. Park has been driven out of the lane. He's still getting like levels, and he has his bottle, which is really good on offlaners nowadays. If you actually have a good lane, bottle is good. You get the full charge and you refill it with the bounty runes. I think laning wise right now, both the lanes are like, all of the lanes are actually going very well for OGs. If you look at the Drow, Medusa, and the Pucks, yes, they're all very good right now. So
Now they're going to make a move on Faith Beyond. They do get off that initial stomp here. They are going to follow it up.
TP?
Some Frost Arrows coming through. Drops another Firestorm. Tries to back away. They still work him down, but in comes HYM. They can't even kill off Faith Beyond. In fact, Fly may end up going down here. Has he gone in too deep? Another stomp coming through. HYM perhaps a bit more killable, but the battery stall's still going. They keep on fighting in the Firestorm. They might lose 3. Fly just barely able to make it away. No, they both drop in the end. Faith Beyond cleaning up.
Uberlord, bro, and they have the shrine now.
Oh my god.
I thought he was gonna TP out. But
Hitting
then
for
he-
130 in attack now, Winter, at 6 minutes into the game. They were close, though. They really thought they would get a kill there.
Yep, Clockwork to the rescue, my friend.
S4 trying to do some work here. He's going to commit the coil on the anti-mage. Has the sound, but the orb comes through. One more auto attack secures the kill. The power of the Drow
Arcane Rune, bro.
assisting here.
He's gonna
And
get
now
another
looking
kill.
for Y in the trees. It might be 2. S4 coming up clutch. They need these kills to balance out the Underlord, and they'll get it. A double in the bottom lane. All of a sudden, the null tallies are going to come raining in.
They need these kills to balance out the Underlord. Are you serious?
And now CTY with the quick TP top and the solo kill on No-Tail. Out a bit too far, not respecting the Oov AM. Just runs them down with those side blades. Well, not side blades. What do you call his weapons actually, Winter?
Let's see. You click on the portrait and you click on the magnifying glass. And you
No, not the cosmetic, like the like the base AM. What are they called? They're like moon discs.
I don't know, man. I'm not a superhero. Why would I know?
Are you calling Anti-Mage a superhero?
Yeah, you can blink and you can kill stuff in 1 second that has no mana. Poom.
Super doesn't play anti-mage, dude. He plays Dragon Knight.
Oh, nice try.
Bro. Bro.
Nice.
So phase boot's now complete as the Uberlord ramps up.
Face boots.
Going for the pure right-click build
the
here.
Fapa build.
He's gonna muscle some fools down. He is walking right past a ward though. So OG should be able to dodge this one. Meanwhile, top lane, another death. CTY picked off the... OG just able to run in and blow him up, it looks like. Now HYM on the run. Courier backing off. S4 gonna tank that battery assault, but he can shake it off, keep on going forward. The orb comes out, the silence as well. One more auto attack, two more actually with the stick. He gets the kill again. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Y is low, and OG just keep on racking them up. So much for the strong lanes of EHOME. OG have quickly put an end to those.
Yep. Didn't expect the last few minutes to be so good for OG. The start was not so good, but the last few minutes, after they got their levels, and especially S4 on the pot, it's been doing a lot. Got a few important kills for them, and then the Drow managed to hit level 6, further strengthening his teammates' lanes. So game has gotten hard for EHOME right now, because AM is not gonna be participating anymore. He's gonna be like AFK farming. So the rest of the heroes have to like create space, but they are not having a very good time compared to like say 3-4 minutes ago.
Yeah, so if you're EHOME right now, like where are you setting your sights, and what is your vehicle for that comeback? How exactly are you gonna buy the anti-mage some time?
Not sure though now. I think right now the immediate objective is to get levels on your two supports. They are very low level. You want Clockwork to have his hookshot, Rubik to have a couple more levels too. And Underlord is not like a ganking offlane, you know. He's gonna take up space. He wants to sit in a lane and keep farming. So he's not gonna make space. Same goes for Razor, you know. Razor you can make some rotations if the enemy dives your team, but otherwise...
Oh, they smoke right under the ward of OG. OG can spray a trap here if they so desire. Let's see, do they rotate?
Yeah, this is not looking good at the moment. They're making this move and they're giving the top lane to the Clockwork, so they're trying to catch up in levels this way, and the Clockwork has the TP for bottom if they dive.
Oh, they are gonna look to punish OG, who did see the smoke, but perhaps not expecting it. Are gonna have to back off now. Coil committed, S4 in a little bit of danger. The Mana Void's ready, they're gonna lift him up, drop him back. The Stomp comes out though, buying a bit of time. S4, will there be a blink into a Mana Void? Orbing back, can't quite get it off. Starts to wave those arms, thinks about no tail, that's not gonna happen. Now Old Chicken needs to back away. EHOME, big smoke, looked for a moment like they might get the kill anyway, but that Elder Titan Stomp to the rescue.
Yep. Jerex to the rescue. Like Jerex and S4. The classic teamwork, you know, back in the day when they were doing really well. These two players have a lot of synergy together.
They'll need more of that.
Clockwork, 5.5 levels now thanks to everything that's happening. And the bottom lane, sleep onto the Razor.
Set up to start. Now the silence coming through. Why? Now juggling it off of him. Really nicely done. Now the turnaround Fade Bolt. There is still no hook shot. Oh, just got it now. Does he make a move forward? That's the question. He hooks back and he will find Jerex from the rear looking for the flank. That's a great play by HYM. Finds that first kill. They're pretty dangerously low, but the Drow Ranger has to be careful as well not to get caught. Is there any additional backup? Underlord's too low. No teleport score. Walking back to base. Would love his support here, but HYM still manages to clean up Fly, now cogging towards safety. There is an orb. He breaks the coil. Silence S4 does it again. This puck just keeps on giving. Now 4-0-1.
Gustav is OG's man right now. It's doing so much for them. And in the meantime, Dusa got a tier 1. Huge victory for OG.
And bear that in mind that all the while OG are just sitting with this Dusa farming up a storm, far in the lead now with the completed Mask of Madness. Takes the tower down, cracks level 10.
Yeah, this is bad. Medusa is gonna farm really quick right now, and they don't have very. I mean, I guess the Clock is like the best way they can, like smoke with the Clock, invade the jungle. I think the Clock has to go with like either the Razor or the Pit Lord. But still, they have really good heroes against what OG has, you know. Like I said, Pitlaw with a Crimson and your Atrophy Aura. They're really good against Drow, Medusa lineups. And Drow has to get a Silver Edge this game, I think, at some point, to deal with that.
We'll see when No-Tail looks to pick that up. For now, it looks like Force Staff to deal with the
Oh, the
Clockwork. They're going to
silence.
silence the Anti-Mage. Look for the Stomp coming through.
comes the
They lock
backup.
him in position, but the Hook Interruption, HYM! Hell no, he says. Shuts that gank down, and now the Chase Jerax might fall here as well. Meanwhile, Rubik on the bottom lane, running for dear life, it looks like, is very afraid of S4's dive, but
Oh, that was quite a risky play though by OG.
this Clockwork has been really turning these ganks around. First bottom, and now again
I mean,
top.
still, it was a risky play by OG. They have no look. You look at their vision, right? They have one observer ward in the mid lane, and they have no vision elsewhere. They don't see anyone in the middle lane, and they went for a
And-
play like that, which is not even like 100% guaranteed kill, you know.
Letting EHOME back in the game, perhaps. Tower dropping low. CTY looking for the last hit, and we'll snag it. And certainly a hero that's capable of coming back with
Oh,
her.
Gustav has another Arcane Rune. He was the man with the haste runes, and now he is the man with the Arcane Runes.
The Rune God himself.
So they have a deep ward down right now. Fly places one in the enemy jungle, and Gustav still wants some action with his Arcane Rune.
Looking to spring the trap. He peeks out. He's actually not going to find anyone. Oh, they got a glimpse of him, it looks like. And now they can go for this play.
Clockwork
Dive straight
again.
onto the Bane. Isolated and punished. The ward scouts them out.
Yep, Clockwork again. The hero for EHOME, setting up another kill and more time for this Andy Mage to farm.
Battle
They-
Fury online now.
They're gonna look for him though. He might run into some trouble here. Oh, the blink. Is he gonna blink into the pot?
He might. Coil's there. Now the silence coming out, but do they have the follow-up damage? The Stomp coming through. Big commitment here, but the Shrine saving the day. He'll get back to safety. It's got to be 4 or 5 ganks in a row from OG where they've either lost heroes or failed to secure kills, but now perhaps can work on the tower. The glyph denying them even then.
It's
This is buying time for the Rubik. He's almost level 6.
They're securing Medusa farm. Medusa is very fat this game.
Do you view this as a game where like Dusa can just take over, you know, be that one farmed hero and win the game?
Timing, you have a timing window. Oh, they got a solo kill on the support here. They have a timing window because I mean 6 slot AM against 6 slot Dusa, you know who's gonna win. But Dusa's gonna get stronger this game faster because of the draw and the way their lineup is. They're gonna push towers. So they are gonna, I think, 30 minutes, 30, maybe 35. You can stretch it out until there. You wanna have at least like 1 to 2 sets of racks down.
Oh man, diving so deep for this Razor of all heroes. Does pop the bongos, but still held a position. The grip
Oh,
coming
the
out.
clock
The Hook
again.
looking for the interrupt. He does get 2 on the backside. Razor stays alive. Now the Conk's
my
coming through
God.
a bit late, but he's being focused. Pounded by Rezo, who will finish him off. A 2-for-1. They did get the puck.
High
They
priority
lose
kill.
their Razor in
Can they
turn.
get more?
Oh, Anti-Mage coming in. No great amount of void targets yet. Maybe Jerax, but oh, no fighting him head on. Not with that high amount of damage. He's punching hard, and now Y has to run away. Wants to get that lift off, but also not wanting to be turned to stone. Well, they try for a stomp here. Looks like Y can outrun it.
So in the end, it was really good for OG. It looked like the Clockwork hookshot might have turned things around, but they still did not have enough damage to finish off the. He got a cogs on 2 heroes, but they couldn't. The Underlord didn't. I don't think he had mana for the Firestorm to do damage.
You can see OG, like, even though a few ganks didn't go their way, they just want to keep the pressure up constantly. Stomping, diving towers, threatening, forcing EHOME to react to
Yeah.
their movements and pressure.
Because they have a timing window, they want to keep pressuring the AM, take towers, take objective, and eventually Roche. They're gonna have a pretty easy time taking Roche because it's a draw lineup. Do they have a medallion on someone? Okay, Jerax is gonna build the medallion, so Roche is gonna be on the horizon for them fairly soon. And after
Oh,
the
you meant-
Roche, yeah, sorry.
Oh, so no, go ahead.
Yeah, after the Roche, then they're gonna take all the tier 2s. I mean, that's the plan, right? Now they have all the wards up. You see, they have one line of vision up around the jungle. It's gonna give them easy access to Roche to have all the vision.
And the farm progression for EHOME is really slowed down a lot. Winter, it was a pretty even game up until that last sequence of events, but still Faith Beyond, no completed Crimson Guard, had a great start, but he spent most of his time reacting to OG, not able to hit creeps, and those deep wards also making it a little scary to enter the jungle.
I mean, all of this as a result of you know, the early game decision that they make when they went aggro try, and then I think they should have stayed there at top and let the other two lanes win by itself, but instead they tried to move their lanes around and then they lost the advantage that they had. And hook shot again onto Drow.
Going in, but little does he know that Rezo's in the neighborhood. 2 auto attacks will finish off Y, and now looking for more. No-tail is completed as a kill though, so it is 2 supports, but they get the Drow.
Oh, Jerex. Okay, he's fine. So 2
Well, old
supports.
chicken also very low.
2 supports for a Drow. I guess it's okay, it's good.
CTY's happy. He's got some time here to farm, but if they lose more, that's a big problem for them. As Fate Beyond trying to get his way out of there. He will go for the Dark Rift, but no bye-bye. At least not the kind of bye-bye he wanted.
Okay, so Roche is gonna be... do they have the medallion already? Yeah, almost. I think they can still do it, but it'll be... Clockwork has hook shot up soon. It might still be risky.
Certainly feels that way with Stone Gaze online and OG having the coil available as well. They get 2. Big catch by Gustav looking for the follow-up. Now the orb through. Onto the low ground. The silence connecting, but Y will be isolated.
Man.
Finished off. Old Chicken getting a okay static link here.
Gustav, my man, making the plays again. They need to make sure that they always have the numbers advantage if they want to do this rush. Medallion is already completed on the ET, so they have all the tools available for the rush, but the lanes are not good right now. They need to push out the top and the bottom lane. They have to fix their lanes before they go for any play.
And CTY, lots of time here to farm. He pushed that bottom lane from the tier 2 to the tower. Wasn't able to bring it down, but...
Yep, and Underlord is really close to his Crimson Guard. I think this item is very, very important in this game. I can't really highlight how important it is. It is so important if he gets it. Silence. Hit.
Big commitment here with a wanting HYM, but
the stomp is gonna
not
miss.
quite able to find him with the stomp. Jarek's just slightly off the mark from the rear. The puck in danger, tries to orb away to the north. Oh, sorry, that was Y actually with the stolen orb. He heads out, and S4 will end up blinking away to the south. Makes it out.
No one died.
But they're gonna push now. They've got the 5-man band back. Can EHOME hold the line? That Crimson Guard not ready just yet. They send the anti-mage top.
They have hook shot. Maybe they can try to... Not sure.
Oh, No-Tail's in pretty far, but they know he's got backup. Just trying to bait them into a big Elder Titan stomp.
Oh, the puck finds the AM around. And mid lane, they got a grip onto the Clockwork.
They will pick him off. Anti-Mage just trying to retreat to the safety of his team. Looks like S4's hunting him. They've got a ward in the neighborhood. They know. They coil. They silence. Do they get the follow-up? There is no grip available, but the Brains Epic breaks the coil! Oh.
Don't think he has
probably dead either way.
Don't think he has a choice, though.
A painful way to go, though. And now OG, a free Roshan for them.
Would you die to the right clicks from the Bane, or would you die to the snap from the call? And neither way, it's good.
Do they even think about it? They are TPing in. They might go for a grand heist here, but Jarex, look at the body block positioning. No angle. He still goes in. The Aegis already picked up by Rezo and a free gift at the altar of OG.
He still finds the angle though, even though ET was sort of covering the angles really well. But props to him, it was a good attempt. I think it was reasonable for him to go for that play. Because the push is coming, that he needs to do something to slow down the push. If he got the Aegis there and died, and still die again, it would still be okay because he would have delayed the push. I mean, the risk and reward factor, I think, is reasonable for him.
Yeah, like how much does a Clockwork death really matter? But if you can deny that Aegis, could give you that extra 5+ minutes you need to get the AM farm to a point where you can maybe fight. But instead, Winter, oh, he is far behind. He is sitting at 10k net worth against an Elder Titan, against the Drow Ranger. At this stage of the game, just cannot fight into OG, but doesn't feel like he can split push fast enough to stop this high ground push either. There's still 2 tier 1s up, 3 tier 2s. He is nowhere near threatening OG's base.
In trouble? Oh, okay, no, they can't get him. The fast move speed. he has the MS talent and face boots, so he's very quick on a fat hero.
Hey, what are you trying to say about fat heroes, Winter? First you're flaming ogre, you know, comparing
Ogre's
his beautiful
slow.
majesty to me. Now you're calling Underlord fat? Like, Jesus, the discrimination is unreal.
Do you know his name? Okay,
S4,
never mind.
hold that thought. Blink in, coil on 2, they snap on both. Elder Titan finishes off one, and now the chase forward. Rezo diving them almost back to the well. He's not afraid. He does still have the Aegis available, and he stands his ground. Clockwork looking for the turnaround with the hook shot. They need more damage. They just don't have it. The anti-mage almost finished off a 3 for nothing. Even the Aegis still up and running with stick charges in reserve. Rezo pops that Mask of Madness and keeps on mauling this tower down.
That should be Rex. Too much damage, like you said, and they can't really finish anyone off. I mean, the Rubik almost made a big play there. He got the Fiend Scream, but he got stoned, so couldn't continue casting.
At this point, OG just able to death ball at all 5 clumped up. They'll take the melee down. The root fairly inconsequential here, as S4 will jump away to safety. And now getting the Lincoln soon, the butterfly en route for resolution. Even a second butterfly for No Tail under construction, so this is going to be a beefy Dusa.
Yeah. What?
Radiant's bottom shrine.
What?
The heck?
What?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna keep you guessing.
Keeping our viewers guessing too, man.
No, look at the Medusa talent. I've never seen anyone take the other. Yeah,
The Stone Gaze duration?
Yeah, because the 800 mana is so much, and I think it's telling me that he's so confident that he's never gonna die, that he just, you know, the Stone Gaze is really good against AM to protect against AM. And if you get more mana against AM, so you're more likely,
that's what it is. Yeah, you're up against the AM. That makes sense.
and you're more likely to get hit by a bigger mana void because you have that 800 mana talent. Ah, okay, that kind of makes sense.
Are you going to retract your previous excitement?
Nope.
Okay. Last chance.
Stats don't lie. No one has ever done it.
You know what Naha's got for his truthful stats? He lost his voice, Winter. I think that was a sign.
A sign of what?
The frog does not like your stats. Dota is art, not science.
Radiant's
Okay.
has fallen.
Well, they see resolution, but can they kill him? Well, that's a much different question for EHOME. They're now hunting up north. No Tail, a killable hero if they get a good grab. The Courier, flying high, almost directly above them. Smoke's gonna break. No Tail, he gets off the gust. The hook shot came out on the other side of the fight, pushing the rest of OG away. But the Drow just walking back to safety with the help of the Force Staff. Well, they separated the squad, but they couldn't find that quick kill.
cheeky
Now TP, and out of there. He makes it back to safety. He even TP'd near his team so he can rejoin the fight almost
Uber.
immediately. Now
The
Beyond
Uber.
wants to get out of there. Will he get up the Dark Rift in time? He brings most of the team back. The unlucky soldier is the Razor.
Oh my god, that was such a good TP by Draw. So sneaky, man.
It felt like a really cool play by HYM, you know, cutting off the reinforcements, but they just don't have the best catch without the clockwork. So now OG quickly transitioning to the high ground push, up nearly 20,000 gold. EHOME backs against the wall, trying to slow this down with the Firestorm, but the Lady Dusa undoubtedly going to make short work of this tower, just plinking away, rapidly taking chunks out of that tower HP bar. Wait, do we even see an anti-mage Force Staff?
Huh?
So the hour grows
What?
late. Buy what you can.
You
Grab your
serious?
pitchforks.
He just
Get
wants
to
to-
work.
He just wants to break the Lincolns with that.
It's
so that
all
he-
about that Mana Void, I guess.
Oh, you can do this? What the heck? Oh, that's cool. You see what he's doing with the spirit?
The Elder Titan.
Yeah, he keeps like stopping. Look at what he's doing.
Stutter step. How is he doing that?
Yeah, I didn't know you can do that. What the heck?
I want to look, but I don't want to miss like an actual fight.
Dude, there's no fighting around. Relax.
You say that. I guarantee you, if I looked, there would have been a huge fight.
Just look at what he's doing later. Okay, he's gonna do it soon, maybe.
That's what Dota TV is for, Winter. Resolution getting to work on this tower.
See what he's doing. Bro, it's so interesting. Bro, I wouldn't lie.
I hate you so much, man. Rex down.
You just care about the Rex, man. The Rex is gonna go down one way or the other.
Alright, sure, I'm just watching JRX now.
No, look at
You
the
can
spirit.
commentate the fight.
Look at what he's doing with the spirit. Dude, serious.
I've seen it! It's having an aneurysm. That's cute. So he's just stopped canceling?
Since when they can do it? Before it was like you can't do the... It doesn't work that way.
Huh.
It's not even in the change. I mean, I don't know. I remember last time it was like the spirit would not do this. It would just keep moving. You can't stop the thing for the spirit to move like that. I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm retarded.
Or maybe JRX is just a real god of Dota, you know? Hard to say.
I mean, it's so good because you can actually buy so much time for the spirit before it reaches you, so you can always more time to cast your stun. And it's very annoying because the enemy is like, oh, do we go in? Oh no, wait, he's casting his storm. We have to back. Oh, maybe not.
Bay Coil catches 3, and now S4 following up Resolution. Almost able to finish off that Razor, even with the help of the Crimson Guard. Really cannot stand and fight. Now they're gripping the anti-mage from the low ground. He will blink back to safety. The Clockwork not so lucky. The tower now dropping. Still 5 alive. OG closing in on the win. And a celebratory stutter step might be in the offing. Gets a good stomp here, and now the melee in critical HP. As S4 dukes it out with Old Chicken, has to back away. The Stone Gauge to secure that second lane of Rex. The end is near for EHOME, and well, the end is now. They GG out.
What a game, bro. CTYM, do you remember CTYM 4 years ago? The mad scientist. Do you call him the mad scientist?
He spent so much gold back then that I guess he ran out in 2017.
Good for him now. Backpack.
Well, you mentioned, you know, maybe he'd learned a few things at his last event standing in, but...
I mean, it's a secret draft, dude. Look at the heroes. It's a secret lineup.
Maybe didn't feel that comfortable for EHOME, you know?
Maybe not the AM, apart